Foundation 45 is a 501c3 nonprofit that funds counseling services for mental health, addiction, and suicide survivors. In addition to providing services, it works to break the stigma surrounding these topics. Foundation 45 recognizes that musicians, artists, and creative types are often at a higher risk for issues with mental health and addiction. The organization's goal is to serve the Dallas-Fort Worth creative community by providing free, top-tier mental health and recovery services. You can learn more about Foundation 45 at foundation45.org. Foundation 45. Live fast, die old. I'm Andrew Sherman. I'm a Texas transplant who has always been in pursuit of art as a career. I've played in bands, pursued an acting career in Hollywood, but I found it behind the lens of a camera here in Dallas, Texas. I was born in New York, I've lived in Chicago, Los Angeles, Austin, but I love Dallas. There's a magical artistic scene in Dallas that mostly goes unnoticed to the outside world. This podcast is focused on what makes it so special and the people who make it thrive artistically. If you don't live here, and even if you do, you might not have heard of them. This is the Dallas Famous Podcast.
So who you gonna be? Who you gonna be when you're all grown up? Who you gonna be? Who you gonna be when you're all for us? Yeah.
This week on the Dallas Famous Podcast, we have Mavel Traylor, aka Mavel the Creator. Mavel is the pre-to-post girl in Dallas. She does it all on the production side of things: hair, makeup, wardrobe, special effects makeup, any kind of stagehand job that comes her way, spotlight, you name it, she'll do it. Mavel is someone most people wouldn't know, but the shows they love would not happen without her. She works with the Dallas Opera House, Broadway Dallas, basically anywhere a big show in Dallas is happening, she might be there. She's worked with artists from Nikki Minaj to Beyonce to Dolly Parton, and was the first black female makeup artist for Channel 5 Dallas. Without Mavel, a lot of the shows you see here in Dallas would not look nearly as good. She was a blast, and I know you'll enjoy this one. Here she is. Hello, we're at the Dallas Famous Podcast. We're at the Deep Ellum Community Center today. We have Mavel the Creator, which is Mavel Traylor for the, I guess, government name, as you put it. But let's just start with when someone comes up to you, like, what do you do? What would you say?
I would tell them I'm a trailblazer. I do a lot of everything. I never specialize. I mesmerize. So I never stop learning. So therefore, if it's anything coming to my face and it's something that I've never done, I'm definitely going to study, and then I'm going to ask questions, and then I'm going to do it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Great. I mean, we need more people like that.
Thank you.
So in a more like layman's terms, you're a hairdresser, hair designer, makeup.
Oh, okay. In more layman's terms, then I'm going to have to be braggadocious. So
yes, please do. That's what we're here for. We want to hear all about you.
Okay. I have my master's degree, my MBA, my master's business administration. So I'm a licensed instructor, cosmetologist. I do notary. I do IATSE, I do wardrobe, I sew clothes, I sew a lot of different clothes, so you'll see a lot of my different clothes like on Nikki Minaj show, or you'll see something that I sewn up or put together because of one of the designers of Beyonce done put something together, and we have to be in the back and we stitch it up, or we put it together, or we, make things happen. So that's exciting to me.
Yeah.
I've also done, like building stages, putting up lights, doing lighting. I was a spotlight for Tina Turner's show. So the one that was at the music hall. So I love being behind the stage, and then I love being in the air. So I do like rigging. I do fly trail. So the fly rail. So that's when we take the weights and do different for the curtains to come down, or when the curtains go back up. Audio, I do like sound because I love to sing. So so therefore I like to do sound, and I like, when it's time to do on the mics, I'm the main one. Can I do it? And, I get on there and I rap, or I sing, or I do something that, just uplifting, because we back there working and we sweating, because we are the pre to the post of everything, dealing with any entertainment, any concert, any theater, symphony. I'm contracted out in the symphony as well. I'm the first black female to ever do hair and makeup for Channel 5. So that came from, let me think of her now. I do not want to say her name wrong, but Christy.
Okay.
So that came from her mouth. So I was like, really? So I did that for a year. And then, of course, things get, better. And then, of course, I can't give what I'm supposed to give to the other hand because I'm trying to excel. So therefore, the first black young lady too. Well, I ain't that young, but I'm young enough.
You're young. Come on.
But to do it's a fashion show that we did at the China, the big wall of China in China.
Oh.
So with Rebel, so they hire me every year. They contract with me, and they have been loyal and faithful. The best cheerleading team that makes uniforms ever, and you'll see their uniforms on the Cowboys. Mainly all the elite cheerleading team. So they're Rebel. When you look them up, you might want to interview them too.
Okay. Are they here? Are they in Dallas?
Oh yeah, they here. They are in Carrollton.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That counts.
So they're founded in Carrollton. So what else do? I do business plans for different small businesses. I did say I do Notary Public because I do make sure that, all the agendas is correct for people to sign their life away, and they don't know what they signing their
Right.
life away to.
Sure.
Some things are familiar, some things I don't know, and some things I would tell them to get a lawyer for.
Okay. So when you're doing notary, are you talking about like just regular everyday people, or are you talking about like in connection to the entertainment industry?
Well, I do everyday people and then sometimes mortgages.
Okay. Gotcha. Let's back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you from Dallas?
I'm from Dallas, Oak Cliff. That's my hood.
Okay. Right on. Right on. You do so much. Like when you were a kid and like you had a lot of interest, I'm sure then, but what's the first thing that started to emerge as like, I might do this for real?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to sing, and I I put my CD into Star Search. They sent it back. Now I was a little girl singing, and I am telling you, and they didn't understand. And my mom and dad was like, "Oh no, you're not getting into that industry. You're gonna be on drugs. You're gonna do this. You're gonna be on that."
Yeah.
So I mean, that was what I wanted to do because I am extra. So that's what extras are. They do extra.
Sure.
And I'm extra naturally because, when you grow up, they like, you're doing too much, or
Right.
you're supposed to be seen, not heard because I'm loud, I'm boisterous. So therefore, so my parents, they didn't go for it. So I was at South Oak Cliff. And then they transferred me to Skyline, and they put me in cosmetology school. So I was in a trade school at Skyline High School. So I had my license my junior year in high school. No, my senior year in high school. My junior year, going to my senior that summer, I got my license.
Okay.
So I've been working doing her ever since. And
Oh, wow.
just never turned back.
Yeah.
And I think I just went to school because my friends went to school and they was getting their education,
Sure.
to be honest.
Okay. But I mean, but obviously you liked it. I mean, it's something you took to.
Well, yeah, I took to it because I don't start nothing I can't finish. And, once you start something, it's something, if you don't finish it, it's something that still nags on you. So I don't want to be nagged.
Right. Okay.
And I, at 48, and I was in school having kids. So I have a daughter she'll be 30 this year, and a son is 27.
Oh, you do not. Yeah. I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah.
So beauty school, cosmetology. Then at some point you became an instructor as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to do it all. Once you start, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
I like being on top.
Yeah. Well, so an instructor, I mean, that's like, it's cooler to be teaching other people.
Yeah. I love to give, my skills, my education, my knowledge. I don't mind. It's, to me, when I see other people excel, it let me know that I've done something, put something out into this world because I know I have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I might not have, gotten to my purpose of what I really supposed to do, but the way I'm going into it, it seemed like it's purposeful to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I can feel it. It's something like every time I do something, I can feel it. And it's like the energy that I get from it, I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But it's like, I'm just going to start out by saying, I don't know if I've met anybody like you with this wide of a skill set. I mean, you're in 3 unions. Is that right?
803, 127, and 126. 803 is hair, makeup, and wardrobe. 127 and 126 is stagehand. And I also work for Upstage Stagehand.
Okay.
And I do hair, makeup, wardrobe for them as well.
Yeah. I mean, and like I was talking before, like I had a little bit of trouble figuring out, because like there's not a lot of articles, there's not a lot of press on you, and like your website's not like super updated. And I'm like, oh, it's because you're working all the time. You don't have time to go online and tell everybody. Like I did see a lot of cool like photos of press passes of people you work with. And in fact, what's interesting is I shot the Bad Bunny show, the Bocelli show that you were at, Billy Joel. I didn't get into Dolly Parton, unfortunately. And then you also like Nikki Minaj you mentioned, and Cher. Just a few off the top of like the Instagram. I mean, what are you doing? You're doing wardrobe? Are you like fixing clothes, getting dressed?
We fix clothes in the bag. Like, you know, they dance and they tear their clothes, so we stitch them up. Or sometimes we have to remake them. It depends.
Yeah, I just saw that Bad Bunny with the dancers. So like you're out there like fixing that stuff after. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes I do pyro. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I be out there like I think it was. Yeah, it's so many. I hate to get and then of course you have to understand my age, and then I'm doing younger people. See, my people is like Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg. See, I can remember their names. So
I'm in the same boat. Yeah, like they'll ask me to shoot someone like
I know it. Now Anita Baker, my favorite. Let me tell you, my favorite person to work with because of her personality, her energy, her upbeat, her not minding singing in the back, telling me to sing with her, you know, just making you feel at home. Yeah. So when I do jobs like that and I meet people like that and on that level, it gives me the joy. I don't know, the inspiration to keep going. So I can't stop. It's like I'm doing this for something.
Yeah. Is there still anyone left that like would make you nervous to work with, or are you past all that?
Everybody.
Okay.
I'm nervous to work with everybody because I don't know their personality until I see them and meet them.
Sure. Okay.
So everybody is different.
Yeah. But it's not nerves from somebody's big. It's more about like, I just want this to go well.
I just want it to go well.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want them to say that they hired this company and the people that they hired is insufficient.
Yeah. I get that. But okay, so let's go. I mean, and also like, I'm skipping around because
that's okay.
I don't even know.
I'm scatterbrained anyway.
Yeah, I don't even know. So like
if
I saw
you ain't looked at my page, it's everything.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm trying to think of a through line. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm
learning to embrace mine.
Yeah. Okay. So I saw that you did some sci-fi makeup. Is that too?
Oh, I love it. I love doing avant-garde makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Good, uri-guri. I don't care if it's cute, but it has to be different. And like when I was at Skyline and we had the little hair shows that they had in the International, all my stuff used to be like, and they'd be like, is she crazy? Is she weird? But they didn't understand the creativity of it, of bringing something like a chair and bringing it out into life and making it out of hair, and it's still a chair, but it's hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just the creativity of it.
Right.
So like when I did the differ froze, did you see those froze?
I'm not sure. I'll check them out. Are you going to show me now?
Okay. Well, when I did the differ froze, so the meaning of the froze, it was two separate people, and I cut a curve in it, but once they came together, it made one big.
Oh, wow. We'll find that and post it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I, when Miss Gigi, she had the inspiration because she was like, could you make this happen? I was like, Miss Gigi, let me see if I can make this happen for you. I'm gonna make whatever happen because she is the reason why I'm in the industry right to this day.
Okay.
So I have to give props of where it come from.
Okay.
So
who's that Gigi who?
Miss Gigi Coker.
Okay.
And so so I did the froze, and when I did them, she said, now look at it when they come together. I say, Miss Gigi, so it's like two minds in one. So I have to give her props. So once I developed it and created it and cut it through, and I ended up having to cut it with scissors, the worst thing you can do with a fro, instead of clippers, because my clippers quit on me.
Oh no.
I was like, oh my God. So that's when you have to bring out the skills. So them scissors, I was cutting. I think I had arthritis when it was over.
Oh man.
Because it was a big fro. It was like 4 froze put together to one.
So so you like I'm gonna try to break this down somehow. Like, so you do jobs where they just hire you, come in, you're going to help them with wardrobe. Then you design clothes sometimes, and then you also will design hairstyles, makeup styles, but then you also come in and just help with whatever else someone else has got going. You're doing all of it.
I do contracts. So everybody contracted out, so I freelance.
But I mean, like, how often are you getting to like put your real creative thumbprint on things?
I don't get a chance to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Because you're.
I haven't even really. I haven't had a chance to do that. Now, what I have done, I had to do like on some jeans. I had to sew the holes and patch them. So one of my stitches, it just my stitch.
Huh.
So that's like my signature stitch.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
about the most I've done. But thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, this is all art to me. Everything that I saw of yours is like, even just fixing someone's costume to make it look right is art to me. Like, I get that.
Thank you.
Okay. So actually, what first caught my eye was on Facebook, and I don't, maybe it was in Dallas Raw History. I can't remember what group it was, but it was the eyeball, the giant eyesore, and you were like, "That's where my studio was."
My salon. Yeah, I started downtown on Commerce Street, 1933 Commerce Street. That used to be the Grand Hotel. I don't know if you remember.
I wasn't here that back then.
Oh, okay. Well, it was the Grand Hotel across the street where the Statler is right now. And across the street was their garage. And at the bottom was like, stores. And I had a salon down there. So, of course, they came to it down. I had to move. So I ended up moving on Elm Street. And Elm Street is where Mr. Headington, he owns the Eyeball. He owns the Jewel Hotel. So before Mr. Headington owned it, I want to say Mr. Jackson, he owned the donut shop downtown. He used to own that building. So when he noticed that I was leaving, he came and got me. He said, well, you can move over here. So I moved over there. So then when Mr. Headington bought the building, he was like, he had plans for it. So how long did I need, to move? So he gave me 6 months free rent, find me a place to stay. He kept my lights on. I didn't have to pay nothing.
Wow.
So I had to get it all to him. He was like, because I know I have to move you. I know you're comfortable. And at least he was up front. I didn't have to wonder what was going on. What are they going to do with me? He was like, hey, how long do you need? I said, give me 6 months. Gave it to me. He came, fixed whatever I needed, and I was like, why are you fixing it? And I gotta leave. But anyway.
That's cool.
So and that's when they tore down that building, it became the Eye. Right. So I ended up that next year with Miss Jana Stripling. She ended up doing a show, and it was to showcase the Eye, and that's when we was making different people where they were go inside the wall, and they'll look exactly like the painting on the wall, and then they'll step out, and then you can see the difference.
Oh, wow.
I love that type of creativity.
That's cool.
Yes, it is so cool. So that's how it all began. And then every time I see things that's been torn down and I've been there, it's just a memory, because I had parades downtown, where the what is it, the Pegasus Plaza, where they had the big rocks and stuff. I did a whole fashion show right there.
Wow.
To where at first it was a Mexican restaurant that was right there, right in front of on the side of the Pegasus Plaza, where one of the guys, he hollered, he was like, how much is that dress on that lady on that second stand? And we was listening, we was like, okay. So the designer, she ended up making $300 off of that one dress that she designed, that the guy from up in the restaurant bought. So I love bringing stuff like that art to people.
Yeah.
Especially all the cultures, because people used to think that when I used to do avant-garde, I was dark and I was gothic. I was like, child, please, what's wrong with y'all? I just like the creativity, and black is my color. So what you think? I love black. I love black lipstick. I love black nails. I love black clothes, and blue my favorite, but black is what I like.
Yeah, and so they're like, oh, you must be worshiping Satan
oh my
or something.
God. And I was like, why do y'all think everybody dark when you do black? That's not true.
Yeah, not at all. So, okay, let me ask you this. You're doing hair and you're doing that. Like, how did you get into the stage side of it, stage work side of it? Like,
I was called to, someone didn't make it to work, so it's like he said, so I was called to come into work, and they was like, hey, can you come in, can you do this? And I was like, sure. Can you do makeup? They was like, well, if you do this, you'll be a part of the yada yada. I was like, yes. And that started with the opera. Ooh, didn't even know how awesome the opera was. I didn't understand the language, but I didn't know they were speaking a different language. I just think they,
okay,
not knowing, when you don't know,
Sure.
you just don't know.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking it was just a nice sound that they collectively put together and do different octaves and to see how long they can hold that higher octave. So that was my thought of opera. But they are actually singing different languages.
That
and
must have blown your
different.
mind when you figured that out.
It blew my mind big
Yeah.
time. And then I heard them in the background, literally live singing. I'm in the best place in America. I tell people, being behind the scenes, we get the best seats in the world.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, and then
We get to see them get nervous and then straighten up and tear that whole concert up. And you like,
it is.
and then that gives you energy to say, hey, I could do this too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, like you can't. That's the one place where you really see people human. Is
Yes.
like right before they're going on
Yes.
stage.
Mhm. You really get to see who they really
Yeah.
are.
Every now and again, I get to have a camera back there, but not usually. But yeah. So Dallas Opera, Broadway Dallas, AT&T Performing Arts Center, Bass Performance Hall. These are all places that you're regularly working or have been working in the past.
Yes.
I mean, that's got to be crazy. I mean, I used to do plays in high school, and that was fun. I can't imagine like a full-on production like that.
Oh, and I love it. And that's why it interests me to do behind the stage, because I'm on stage, I'm taking off wigs, doing quick change and everything. Then I see people, okay, see you later, we're done. Wait, where y'all going? Who are y'all? And they like, oh, we do such and such and such. And once we done, everything is done. And then at the end of the show, we pack everything up. And I was like, well, okay. So once I asked, I was like, how do you get into it? So they was like, well, you go to this website and you apply. And then it's always on referral with the IATSE.
Sure.
Everything has to be on referral. So it's like, well, can you tell her that I want to do this? And that's how it went.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Who you know, not what you know, and don't be scared to ask.
Yeah. I mean, I will say
At least I'm not.
yeah. No, I did a lot of production work, and it's fun, but it can be grueling. I mean, those hours can be crazy.
Movies.
Yeah.
Those would get to me because those be 12 hours.
Oh God.
16 hours.
12 hours if you're lucky.
Yes. Yes. Now that does it. But the money, I be like, well, I'm happy I did
Oh
those
yeah.
movies.
Yeah, that overtime is crazy on TV and film. I used to get that
Yes.
too. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it all balances off. 1 minute you like, I'm here all day. And this runs from morning to night, from 6 to 6, from 8 to 8, from 9 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then you be ready to hear them say martini.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Because then they don't repeat, redo. And it's like, okay. And I'll be saying in my head, I hope she know her lines.
Yeah. Right.
I hope she ready.
I was trying to be an actor, and I'm so happy that I'm not on stage, because that pressure, I feel like,
Of
is
knowing your lines?
yeah, knowing
Yeah.
your lines, feeling good enough in that day to like get up and do it. I don't know. Like as I get older, I'm like, yeah, I'm a photographer. I can feel like crap and get my photos. It doesn't matter. Like nobody has to look at me. So that's like really what it comes down to. It's like,
Oh, yes,
you know.
yes. And I guess that's how I feel on some days. But now that I'm doing it behind the scenes, now that I'm older, I'm like, girl, you would have been doing a lot of work. And yeah, you probably would have been on drugs because you'd have been trying to find out what else new you have to bring out, what else new. And so you're going to need some creativity.
yeah, yeah. Also, you need to stay awake longer. And
Yes.
yeah.
And you have to, all the energy drinks is not going to help.
Yeah, no. Coffee doesn't even work for me anymore.
I don't think it works for me anymore.
Yeah, it's like it tastes good. But that's
It
fine.
does. Now, I am a coffee drinker since a little girl.
Yeah.
I love coffee.
Yeah, I feel, we got to dig into some more of this stuff
Okay.
because there's so much stuff here. Well, first of all, I mean, let's talk about the differences between doing like a live show, like an opera or a Broadway show, or doing a film. Like, what are some of the like real like differences
Okay.
for that?
The difference in between if I was doing a live Broadway show, there's no retakes. They know their lines. It's a live show. They have to go straight through it. If they make a mistake, they have to keep going. There's no stopping. And you already know it's going to be an hour and 30 minutes.
Right. There's that.
With a movie, you never know because they have to get their takes because they have set different scenes for set days. So they have to get the take. So it's no matter you in it.
For you specifically, like if you're doing wardrobe on one or the other, like how is it different for you?
For wardrobe on the live, quick changes, we had to make sure these clothes are ironed, pressed, or steamed, or depending on the material. So that's why I said out three. We have to make sure their clothes are in order from first scene to the end of the scene from their sets. We have to know which side they're coming off, stage right or stage left, or upstage, downstage. We have to make sure that once they come out their clothes, we make sure the clothes that need to be washed in the washer, the ones that need to be gone to the dry cleaners. We got the dry cleaners in Dallas that'll get it done real quick and have it back.
Well, if you're doing 2 shows the same day.
They have double clothes.
Okay.
They have double clothes, and then of course we use alcohol like vodka and stuff that if they have certain times where sometimes they have 3 shows. So with 2 clothes, you have to spray one of them so to air out through the rest of the day. Then they get to wear it that night.
Wow. Is there you have any like stories of like crazy like, oh my God, we almost didn't make it on stage, or
all the time?
Yeah,
that's all the time. If it's not me, it's somebody.
Right.
So
right.
That's all the time. But the actors that's so used to it, they prepare for it.
Okay.
So like, okay, I'm gonna say like a concert with Beyonce. I'm just giving an example, which I can't say nothing but much, but I'm pretty sure this is nothing. But like, she have it set up to whereas if she decides to change her mind at the last minute, it's already set. It's already pre-set. She can say, I want to wear 5 different clothes at one time. It's already pre-set. It's already organized to do it, and they are well organized. So it's like everything, like even with the hair, we have to have those wigs already set. The wigs have to be set. Make sure that the front nape, not the front nape, but the front net of the hairline is already meshed down to curve for the head and the face. So therefore, we have to make sure we pin them up at nighttime. We have to make sure we freshen them up, and then we set them. And then the next day when we come into work, we go ahead and take them down, style them, and we there like 2 hours before the show.
And like Nikki or Beyonce, like how many outfits are they having per show?
Ooh, they have an outfit probably for each song, and if they had like 8 songs, they got 8 outfits. Really?
Wow. That's quick changes then.
Yeah, it is very quick changes.
I can't imagine. Oh, I mean.
And then they have of course, the clothes is where they're attachable. We have Velcro.
Sure.
We have the snaps where we can snap them out and snatch it back on to where you go fast. But it's about the organization, making sure their hats are in place, their gloves is in place. The right hand is on the right hand glove. The left hand is on the left hand gloves. So when they sit down, it's straight slip in.
Was there like
it's like cartoon? Have you, I don't know. Have you seen that Instagram where the guy come out and they snatching off his shirt and he say, "I'm coming into 22," and every time you turn around, he's snatching off a different color shirt, and they doing that. That's how.
That's how it is.
Yeah, it's something connected, something is pulling.
Wow, that's fun. That's nutty. Was there one like show that was like especially hard for some reason?
Our shows are different, so you have to learn to different shows. So all of them hard to me until I learn the track.
Okay.
Because it's something that you never done before, and then you have to learn the track, and then there's somebody telling you a track in one day, in matter of fact, in hours.
Yeah.
So they letting you know what you have to do for this show in hours, and then they walking you through it. And if you don't have experience, just being familiarized with certain things, you're gonna be lost.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't think of it like that. Like they're on tour, because I get it. Like they're on tour, and like there's certain key
and then you have local help.
Yeah, that you come in and you just gotta.
And they have to train you just that day.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, and sometimes they probably have attitude.
Like when what was it? Jafar, which Disney with Jafar, Aladdin. Oh my God, Jafar makeup is fall.
Oh, I bet, huh?
So the artist that does that makeup is very talented, because when I had to shadow him, I was like, oh my God. So if he gets sick, I have to do all of this.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that. You're like understudying the
I mean,
makeup artist.
especially when COVID was out and, we had just got back to work and everybody having to wear masks and people was getting COVID, having to leave. Everybody having to get checked every day. We had to get checked before we left, when we come in and before we left.
Wow.
They had to know. They had to know where it was coming from because they had actors, they had workers.
Yeah, but I didn't even think of it in terms of like, you just have to know all this stuff, and like every job, every day is a different,
Mm-hmm.
like I used to look at it like, okay, we know there's going to be a fire. How fast are we going to put it out? Like, that's how I look at it when production,
Yeah. And then, the tracks last like 3 weeks. So you get the hang of it and you start singing a song.
Right.
You start moving with everybody because now you're used to it.
Sure.
But right when the next show comes, it's just like being a brand new baby.
Yeah.
Got to teach me.
Yeah. And like those tours, the concerts specifically, you're just getting 1 or 2 nights of that, and then that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then that's one track.
Do you tour with anybody? Or
I have never toured. I would love to tour. I almost got a tour, but I didn't get the job.
Yeah. I feel like touring is grueling. I don't know.
I want to try it one time, especially now that my kids are grown. I have no excuse and nothing holding me back.
Okay. Well, you heard
Not
it.
even a husband.
If you're out there and you need makeup, hair, she's available for tours. So.
Yes, I'm available for tours. Call me.
So are you still doing like active like classes or seminars or that sort of thing, or is that kind of not as much anymore?
I need to start back. I just need to find a time, and I want to do it right.
Gotcha.
I don't want to throw nothing together.
Mm-hmm.
And see, if I had to do anything now, I'll be throwing it together because I wouldn't be 100% with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to,
That makes sense.
I want to give somebody or anybody that comes see me 150 or 250.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now also I was looking at your stuff and like, you said you sing a little bit. I saw a bunch of comedy stuff. Are you doing comedy or you just like comedy?
I just like it.
Okay.
I actually like it, and I actually like to sing, and I actually like to do karaoke.
Yeah. You doing that?
And
a
then
lot?
I'm trying my all hell tell sitcom, just my different personalities and everything that I do.
Yeah, I've been enjoying some of your stories. It's very fun. And I see you have birthday coming up.
Yep, Monday. I'll be 48.
Oh, okay. So that'll be the day after this actually airs. So awesome. Happy
Yes.
birthday.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Because we still got a little time here.
I'll be going to what is it? Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm gonna be the representative of our Yahtzee wardrobe for 803.
Okay.
I'm meeting everybody in the convention of the Yahtzee, so everybody, I get a chance to represent for us in Dallas. So hopefully I represent. Well, I know I'm not gonna hope anything. I know I'm gonna represent us well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm doing my what so he think it, so shall it be. So I'm definitely making sure I think positive.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I because back in the day I used to wake up, and now it's like, why not me?
Oh yeah,
why not me?
No, just the fact that you've been doing it this long, you should know in your own head that you can do it. You do know. Like, it's obvious that you're there. Yeah.
Yeah, but you had them days you be like, did I not do my best?
Oh gosh.
Oh you hard on yourself.
I had an article come out today and I spelled my friend's name wrong, and I'm just like, are you freaking kidding?
You hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You hard on yourself than you is on anybody else. So
absolutely.
So I just do my own little chant in the morning. You got this. This is your day. You make your day your day.
Yeah.
Nobody else's day. This is your day, so your actions reflect on you. Nobody else. So if I get an attitude from somebody else, it don't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to take you home. Okay, I got you, whatever you like me to do.
Yep, that bless your heart vibe, right?
Oh, yeah. But I'm used to it. I have a dad that was no nonsense. He did not play.
Yeah.
So he was one of them. If he said something one time, that's what he meant. Go do it. If he telling you that second time, you best to know you finna get a whooping.
Uh-huh.
He didn't sing songs. He wasn't like, go sit down, girl, go sit down. Go sit down, girl, go sit down. He wasn't finna do that with us. So I understand when people are at work, they are at work. They are here to get paid. They on the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I understand that. So when they short with me, no problem. I
Yeah.
get it.
Totally.
And I just wish a whole lot of other people get it and keep their feelings at home, that he didn't mean to holler at you. It's just that we are outside and it's this 200 and some pound machine over your head and he telling you, get out the way. So sometimes you can tell somebody, get out the way. Do you think they're going to move? No.
Yeah.
You have to actually get out the way.
Yeah.
And then they'll get out the way.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that's the thing. It's like when you're doing it this long, like everybody around you gets it. Like there's a hierarchy that you respect, and you go to work, and you're and happy to be there. Like that's how I feel when I'm on some of these jobs. I'm like, thank you for hiring me. Like, what do you need from me?
That is how you ought to know my heels be clacking.
Exactly.
I'd be like, yes, another one, yes.
Yep.
And I'd be like, thank God, whatever else you need me to do, I'm gonna keep on doing it. You want me to keep liking your people? I love them, God.
That is fantastic. Mavel, I am really happy we had you on.
I'm so happy to be here.
Are you working on anything right now, like any shows?
I'm starting tomorrow with Hairspray at the music hall.
Oh, fun.
Yes, I
Okay.
can't wait.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey.
Now, I've seen it on TV. My first time working it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I remember when that came out. I watched it in the
Yes.
theaters. Yeah.
So I'm ready to see this big red hair.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, if you're out there, you know she had something to do with the costumes. Was there doing wardrobe on this one?
I'm doing hair and makeup.
The hair and makeup. Okay,
Yep.
even better.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks again, Mavel. We will be looking for all your stuff out there, and yeah.
All right. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'd like to thank our guest, Mavel Traylor. She was super fun. You can check out her stuff basically when you just go to a show you're already going to. Thank you again to the Deep Ellum Community Center for letting us record there. Theme song, Unstoppable by Salim Nirala. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, follow, all the good stuff, and share it with your friends. We'll see you next time.